The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-445-1044. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon from TFNN. Welcome to the August, I think it's the 21st, the 21st edition of today's Trader's Edge show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Of course you are. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one, and the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life happens for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find a gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Today, you and I, we get to go check out the circumstance of these markets. We get to go figure out what the bulls and the bears, what the buyers and the sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know I am absolutely grateful for your presence here, and more importantly, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone, dial on in, 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, I've got you covered. Let those fingers do the walking. Send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. Be happy to get to anything you want me to take a look at out there. And, of course, inside that Tiger's Den of ours, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, the Dow trading up 170 points, 25,875 is the print. S&P trading at 2871, 14 points to the upside, 0.5%. NASDAQ 100 up 0.8%, 61 points, 74.32. Russell 2000. Trading out at 1720, up 1.25%. Semis are up 25 points, nearly 2%. Trannies are up another 0.75%. That's $83. Gold's up $5. Silver's up 9 pennies. Light sweet crude 65 cents. Leading the upside, leading the charge the upside. Dollar-wise, it is Booking Holdings, $38 and change. That's 2%. Amazon up 1% or $18. Tesla up $12 or 4%. Netflix up 4%, $12. Mercado Libre 10. Charter Communication 10. Madrigal Pharmaceuticals 10. Lots of tens out there. And to the downside, the shakers. New Water, I think that's what you would call it. New Water Technologies up 38%, $11. New Oriental Education down 9%, $8. Smucker, the jelly, the jam people, they're in a jam. They're off 5.5%, $6. Estee Lauder down $5. Annie Lennox International dropped the Annie, and LII is the ticker symbol. That's up 2% or $4. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. The first request came in from Peak D inside the Tiger's Den. The crust, so I'm going to try to read through this thread here. It says, I got to expand this up if I'm going to really be able to read it. Basically, was asking if I could review the whole marijuana industry. Now, that would be tough to do because I don't know the industry per se. But the request was to first take a look at ticker symbol HM. We'll just take this step by step out here. We'll look at our 3 time frame profiles. But you can do this at home too. HMLSF and IDK would be 2 of them. So if we take a look at this, here's the problem with the Horizons Marijuana Science Unit. I guess that is the actual name of the entity. If we take a look at the actual, from a technician standpoint, if we take a look at the data we have, this is an equity. The IPO was in May of 2017. We just don't have a ton of data here. A year's worth of data, okay, but still really not just a ton. If we look at what's going on kind of on, I cannot believe I just did that. You'd almost think I was smoking some dope here to have closed that out, and now I've got to go and rebuild that. It'll take just a moment to do that. I'm going to do it this way because it's going to be a little bit easier. I'm just going to use the weekly chart and change it to a daily time frame, and then during the break, I'll go ahead and figure it out. So I said, let's go take a look at the daily time frame chart. Get a feel for what this equity has done. What we can see here is this equity, HMLSF, Sounds like a yacht or something out there. We can see that the breakout took place right around here, and I'm looking at the volume perspective. I'm coming back to December 28, 2017, and so where is it? Where you'd almost say right around this level here, around 12.11. But you can see you had some swing points that had a little bit lower price level around April out here. And so the breakout area, let me pull this back even further, see from a volume perspective. Yeah, that's really where the breakout, right? You just go back to these big volume bars out here. And so price, in essence, pulled back into the breakout area. Now it's a little doji candle as we speak right now. Not really that big of a deal. Only matters if it's up at resistance. And resistance inside this equity, as far as its next move peak, you'd have to say watch the June 22nd area, 1484 to 1552. The volume there, 65,000 shares. You're already 46. Price moving higher, doing it with accelerated volume. So I would say that Horizons Marijuana Life Science Unit, ticker symbol HMLSF, is at least headed back to the June 22nd level. Is that going to give us what the entire complex is? No. You gave us another name out here, IDK. Let's go see if there's any more data in this. Perhaps not. IDK didn't work really well. I don't get this. Is that KSHB is another one. KSHB. So IDK. I don't know. Peak. Eventually, I'll catch on to the actual Tiger Den lingo out there. It takes a little while. A 2x4 upside the top of my head or the side of my head usually gets me to say, oh, that's what you meant out there. If we take a look at Kush Bottles Inc. out here, just consolidating right now between 385 and 429. Not a whole lot that I really see out here that suggests anything different. So not really a great analysis, I don't believe, of not my more stellar analysis, but of the entire industry per se out there. But it looks like they all really began moving back in this case here. This was breaking out right around December of 2017 as well. So I hope that helps you out there with regard to at least a couple of equities inside the pot business out here. Now, it is make it or break it day. It is Terrific Tuesday. And if we go take a look at make it or break it, yesterday we were taking a look at the equity futures contracts and how they were nearing resistance. Well, if we take a look at the 4 equity futures contracts chart, it's going to be an interesting day and close out here. Is it going to make it or is it going to break it? What the heck is Stevie even talking about? Well, we take a look at getting up to resistance. Really, we had 2 levels established inside the equity futures contract out here. Sorry, I just finished taking a shower. That is the swing point from January 29th. We'll go take a look at cash indices as well. We can see that the low of that swing point, 2863.50, had been resistance just a couple of weeks ago. Prices trading above that. The ES-mini closed above 2863.50. Today, what you should anticipate is a move to 2889. Is it going to make it? Is it going to break it, or is it going to find resistance? You'll know come later this afternoon. If we take a look at the NQ out here, we saw a slightly descending trend line out here right now. Prices trading above it. It's saying, hey, I'm going to make it after all. What sitcom was that from? And then the Russell 2000 broke through that descending trend line, now trading back into the high from June 21st out there. That's a secondary level of resistance. We'll be right back. Aruni. I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary power law vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Yeah, call now. Send me an email. Send me a text. Do something out there because just makes it easier for me to, review the markets and give you some very specific information out there. In the meantime, let's go take. So we're looking at those trend lines. Let's just go finish this off here. Right now, in essence, we are seeing the S&P, I should say, trade above a level of resistance. 2860, 350. We're seeing the NQ trade above a descending level of resistance. We're seeing the Dow trade right into resistance. That is the swing point high. Dow equity futures contract, by the way. I keep an eye on that. That's a swing point from February 27. That high is 25,868. Close above that. Close for each of these above these levels of resistance says there is more to come. And inside the Russell 2000 is going to be the equity futures contract is going to be 1720.80. We're at 1721.60 right now. Let's assume it's going to break it. And even if it doesn't break, it doesn't mean that you go put on your shorts or anything along those lines. Really what we should be, I believe, paying attention to, we talked about this yesterday, is really watching the New York Stock Exchange for a signal. Now, you're not trading it. I'm not trading it. But we can get some great signals from it. And the signal that you and I are looking at is the advanced decline oscillator reading, and that is panel number 2. What you'll see on panel number 2 is you'll see 2 yellow horizontal lines out there. We should get rid of the second one, the bottom one, because that's really not in play right now. So let me see if I can find that. Let's get rid of it. Let's not. There we go. And what we're going to be watching for is to see if the advanced decline oscillator, difference between 2 exponential moving averages, 39 and 19 in this case, can get above 150. It's at 117.59. There's no reason at this stage of the game to not think that it's going to do that. Why? Well, you do have an advanced decline line that's at a new all-time high as we speak right now. That now is panel number 2. We'll go ahead and turn that up. And you have the advanced decline volume line. That now is panel 2. That 2 is at a new all-time high. Now, what this sets up for you is even in the face of a pullback, this tells you and I that the markets are going to be higher, at least a few months from now. Doesn't necessarily be right to the day, but you other than one situation. We don't have that situation right now. This bodes well. So for those of you that have the mindset of thinking short, reverse it. Yes, the markets are going to pull back. It's not a one-way deal out here, but be looking to buy that next dip, especially the closer we get towards the end of September. Okay, so back here, we're just going to see what happens, because if in fact that advanced decline oscillator value can get to plus 150, above plus 150, it's another indication of higher prices to eventually come out here. But this stage of the game, with the spot volatility index below its 50-day exponential moving average, that's 13.25, by the way. We're trading at 12.20. Tells you there's plenty of liquidity. In fact, if we're going to really measure liquidity as well, in addition to these two signals, let's go take a look at HYG. That would just be one. That's the lots of liquidity, folks. At least lots of liquidity into the United States. Now, this is the high-yield corporate bond fund out here. What you don't like to see in bullish moves is you don't like to see this drying up. Right now, prices are moving higher. Yeah, it's in a consolidation. You use it as a guideline, just like Barbosa in Pirates of the Caribbean, only this is Pirates of TFNN. And in this case here, trade higher today. There's nothing that sticks out that suggests to you or I that there's a liquidity issue. The only thing that's going to make the markets move lower is a lack of liquidity. The spot VIX index is below the 50-day exponential moving average. Liquidity. When you take a look at the, this is just one of them. There's a couple that you can use out there. High yield corporate bond fund, money's flowing there too. And then you've got the old worldwide liquidity, right? To understand what's on the screens of traders around the world out here. And if we look at that, see if I can find that. I know I've got it here. It's just a matter of getting to it. Well, here's the S&P 500, I believe. Yeah, so here's the S&P 500. You know, now that in essence we've just kind of hit a new all-time high, you can see the price monthly basis, longer term, trading above prior swing points in euros, in yen, in pound sterling out there. It just simply bodes well with regard to what the S&P 500 wants to do. I know you say, well, what does it want to do? Well, in the case of the S&P 500, it has an A to B equals CD pattern that takes it to a minimum of 32.78. That is where we are at right now. Stop trying to short the market. It wants to continue to go higher out here. I'm not talking about a few days. Again, remember, our take is the following. With regard to your long-term retirement accounts out there, you just keep adding to it. These markets in the U.S. want to continue to run higher. Don't worry about timing it so much. You should already be long and strong inside of those accounts out there. So you want to just simply continue to move higher. The S&P, 32.78, and it will not stop there. It's going to head to 36.77. We're only at 28.71. Yeah. The oldest bull run, and it has much further to go. You heard it here. And you heard it here a while ago. Okay, so in essence, that's what's going on inside of the markets out here. Lots of liquidity that we can see pretty much everywhere. Okay. Let's go take a look at some other things that are going. Oh, probably gold. Probably somebody was going to ask me, hey, what's going on with gold? Like gold. It's trading up $6 right now, 1,200. I'd sure like to see it close above 1,200. Now, I'm going to go to my, there's a couple different sets of market profiles out here. I'm going to go to my synthetic version for you, and which is slightly different newsletter subscribers than the one that you and I took a look at this morning, which is being calculated from my Ninja Trader software. But the synthetic is, they're both really, really good out here. But if we take a look at what gold is doing, that's natural gas. Let's go take a look at Goldilocks. There is a brand new profile that formed today. And is that meaningful? It most certainly is. If we take a look at this profile out here, let's just simply go ahead and turn price up. You know how we like to do that because we're all visual when it comes to learning out here. So we're going to go ahead and turn price off. Let's do that. And the reason is because you and I want to know, is this a bullish or bearish or neutral structured box out here? Well, as we take a look at it, you can see the top of the box. Write this down on your pad of paper right now, 1203.20. Center of that box is 1191.60. That's kind of that bluish color. And then the bottom is at 1174. I don't know. What's your call? I'd have to say it's just slightly bullish out there. I'm sorry, slightly bearish. Center looks just a tad closer to the top of the box. We're going to call it close to even Steven to slightly bearish out here. but closing above 1203.20. And I can't guarantee you that gold is going to do that. In fact, right now, gold's having a bit of struggles. They're having a powwow session. I'll show you about that powwow session in a little bit. But if you were to see gold close above 1203.20, somebody yesterday was asking me for some type of, they were looking for some type of confirmation. In essence, to lead them to a buy in the GDX. Who was that? There was somebody in the demo. Was that Mike? Was it Peak? Was that you? I don't know who it was. But now you've got the data that you need. A close above the top of the box would say, okay, momentum has shifted to the upside. Now, I know somebody out there is saying, how can you say that, even though you just said that? Well, one thing is for certain, that we haven't seen a close above the top of the box for over 2 months. June 15th, actually it was not June 15th, it was June 14th the last time we saw that. So closing over the top of a box would be a signal to higher prices. So we get back from this break, I'll go check out emails. We'll go take a look at why gold could struggle here just a bit because there's a powwow going on. Right.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
TigerTV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So the powwow that's going on with regard to the gold marketplace, you can, if you're watching us on Tiger TV, you're going to see my screen. You're going to see it's broken into 4 different quadrants out here. The first quadrant, the one on the left side, is gold priced in dollars, currently trading at 11.99. Then we have next to it gold priced in euros. That's 1,035. Then if we take a look at gold priced in yen, it's 132,512 yen to buy 1 ounce of gold. And then if we take a look at gold priced in pound sterling, you just need 930 of those puppies. The problem, the powwow, is we see gold moving higher in dollars, gold moving higher in yen. But gold is moving lower in euros, and gold right now is moving lower in pound sterling. So if your question is, who's the buyer, who's the seller, it's right here in front of your screen. It's right here in front of your screen. Gold, or for that matter, anything of significance, is not going to move with any kind of conviction. This is true of light sweet crude. This is true of treasury bonds. This is true of the S&P 500. This is true of Bitcoin. This is true of virtually anything of significance in order for something to move higher, because we are in a one world economy out here. You can trade anything, and basically, round the clock out here. And so those assets that are going to perform the best are the ones that are moving higher in the major currencies out here. And these are the major currencies. We can go take a look at the Swiss Corona. We can go look at the Canadian loonie. We can go take a look at the Chinese yuan. We can, there's 180 different currencies that are out there. But this basically gives you the bailiwick. And the bailiwick right now says we've got sellers of gold in pound sterling and sellers of gold in euros. And we got the buyers, they happen to be those in yen. You can see how price was moving down as you just look at this screen here. There's nothing better to truly help you understand why this is so important. And if we pull these charts back, you'll see whenever gold is at a big run to the upside, it's not just doing it inside of US dollars out here. So there's a powwow. I don't know who's going to win this powwow. What we do know, certainly with regard to gold priced in dollars, is there's a brand new profile out here. And the beauty of the profile, as you and I have just discovered, is that it was June 14th, the last time that we saw gold trade above the top of a box. That is resistance. We sort of took a look at some charts out there, the equity futures contracts, to identify resistance. So at the end of the day, we can understand whether it's a breakout or no breakout, make it or break it. Well, the make it or break it inside of gold, the make it says you close above 1203.20. Not today. But it says you close above that before you go through the breakout phase, breakdown really, right? Make it or break it. In breaking it is you're going to pay for it, would be a close below the bottom of the box. Now, 1174.30 is the bottom of the box. That is not the most recent swing point low. But closing below that would just simply continue to keep this, and we probably would see it taking place in all those major currencies as well. We would just suggest that gold has got much lower to go. I know you say how much lower. Well, if gold were to start moving lower, if it were to take out the most recent low, if it were to close below the bottom of the box, then 1102.20 becomes the target. 1102.20 takes us back into the trading session of November of 2015. It's not out of the question. And all of that is what's really being discussed when you take a look at traders of gold in all those major currencies out there. So if you're wondering, why hasn't gold really moved a bunch today? It's because they're having a little pow-wow session. We got a request out here, so thanks for sending that request. This is coming from Jeff E. Jeff E says, could you look at PPLT for a possible entry point? Thanks, Jeff. Let's go take a look at PPLT. I think that is the platinum ETF, but I could be wrong. And instead of being wrong, let's just type in PPLT and see what that is. That is the physical platinum iShares or shares ETF out here. And you're looking for an entry point inside of platinum. You know what we should do, Jeff? We should go back to Stevie's other chart, one that we were just at for gold, and we should go ahead and see if we could put the platinum contract up there. What I don't have is the synthetic version of that. So instead, we're going to just simply have to go take a look at the current contract, and we'll just simply use its profiles, and this would be the October timeframe contract. So you're looking for an entry price. Now, you have a couple of different ways to trade this. This, too, formed a brand new market profile. So the timing of your question, lines up really well with being able to give you a good, solid answer. You're not in the trade right now. if you really believed in the bull, by the way, this is a bearish structure. This is a bit more bearish in structure than the gold contract was. Well, than the synthetic gold contract was. Let me again turn off price because it's more, yeah, I'll spit it out because it's much easier to see. See how that center line at 739, Jeff, is closer to 807.70, the top of the box, versus the bottom at 781.70. Nothing more bullish than a failed bearish pattern. This would be a bearish pattern. So the entry price that I would say at this stage, you have two options. One option is you would take a trade inside the PPLT if it was available to you at the exact same time that platinum was testing 781.70. That would be one entry point. What's that going to equate to in PPLT? I don't know. Does it have a brand new daily profile? I know that's what you were going to ask. It does not. So, you know, but I really think in trading this, your best bet is to pay attention to what's actually going on with the physical metal itself out here. The other option, perhaps the better option, would be to see platinum close above 807.70. Now, that alone is not going to be a guarantee, but it would at least give you some type of signal that there is a bit of a breakout party, or appears to be a breakout party inside of platinum out there. My assumption is that, and it may be a bad assumption, that you really ought to see all the metals doing the same thing as well. If I go back and just look at PPLT for you, which I will do, and we look at it, you know, just as a trader of this at this stage. Let me see. Let me put it on the other charts out here. Let me see what else I can find for Jeff, who took the time to write in. So, Jeff Faruni, he had price moving lower, doing less relative energy. Price is trading above Stevie's red line right now, 75.27. I'd say 75.27. That would be a price if you're just hankering to get in. You're at 75.49 as we speak right now. I don't really have a lot to go with here at this stage, other than by taking a look at what's going on inside the physical metal, and you've got a brand new profile to work with. So I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in. Let's go see what else can we take a look at out here. It's going to make sense. So we really kind of covered the metals, covered the market, put everybody to sleep, or the markets are putting people to sleep because they're breaking out, and horns are going off everywhere. And hey, how about Apple? We haven't looked at Apple for a while. Should we go take a look at Apple? Let's go take a bite out of Apple. Trading out of 216.72, up $1.26 today. You and I, we had developed this A to B equals CD pattern that said the price was headed to 214.30, and we said that on August the 1st as the B point was taken out by price spread accelerated volume. We said that was level 1. Where Apple's really headed to is at least level 2. Level 2 is 223.43. You can see the A to B equals CD patterns out here. Much like we looked at the long-term pattern for the S&P. They're great measuring tools. They don't guarantee anything. But we've got other tools that can assist us along the road higher. Eventually. Steve Rhodes with TFNN.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. The Taz Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the Taz Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the Taz Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profiles So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the Taz Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. I see I overlooked a question earlier. My apologies for doing that. This was for Ruby inside the Tigers Den, who wanted to take a look at the October contract for lean hogs, and Ruby is looking for an entry price out here. So, Ruby, we've got the 4 different time frames out here for us to take a look at, which means 60. We can change these time frames if you wanted to, but we've got 60, 240. So we got the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, and the weekly time frame chart out here. And what I'm noticing, what I'm first taking a look at, is on the weekly time frame, the top of its box. Let me give you the exact price out here. Is 56.40. And we're trading at 56.05. Yes, price got well above it, but it's trading right back below that area. Now, that is a brand new, I want to say brand new, it formed last week, a weekly profile, equally distributed. So neither bulls or bears have the upper hand inside that profile. But because it's trading inside there, maybe, just maybe, you're going to see a bit of a pullback. Now, with regard to a pullback out here, how will you know if that's going to continue? Really, 2 levels that I would be monitoring. First, the bottom of the weekly, the bottom of the hourly profile, which currently is at 55.83. Now, that may be support. That may be it. This may be where we're at right now. In essence, may be the spot. Price has to close below that to then suggest to you that there's going to be a further retracement. Now, that further retracement would be 54.55 if we look at the 4-hour time frame chart. So we're going, in essence, from panel 1 to 2. We started at panel 4. Then we switched back from a charting standpoint to panel 1 out here. But in essence, this would be the data that we have. Now, we can see on the daily time frame, in essence, it's done just short of a 0.382 retracement from its most recent low to the high out here. And so this, again, and that's 55.12. This could be the area where you would be looking to enter. So how are you going to go ahead and trade with that information? You know, that's really where you're at with regard to this. If you were looking, I don't know whether it's a trade, you're looking for the ultimate trade, you're thinking of taking a longer term position because you think this is bottom and prices are going to rise up into the 68.70 level. You know, again, just kind of your thinking here. If you're looking at building a larger position, then now might be a point in time to add a contract. If you're more conservative, keep watching 55.83. If it busts below that, look at the 54.50. Maybe you get a 0.618 retracement. If you're asking me where's the ultimate reward risk trade for a setup here in lean hogs for October, I'd have to say it's between 52.63 and 52.34 out there. So you've got some profits from a previous trade. This is what I see right now when I take a look at the charts out there. So I do hope that helps you out with regard to your next trade. Michael R writes in. And Michael says Netflix, NFLX, looks like it wants to make a bit of a move up. So let's go take a look at it. I believe you are correct on that. Let's put up the Netflix chart. Yes, it does. Looking to get in for a short-term swing. It has gone up quite a bit today. Do you think it will retrace back to 330? Area for an entry? Probably, well, I don't know. It's at 339. Now we're starting to really slice potatoes out here. And I don't even know what that means, sliced potatoes. Anybody got an idea? What does that mean, sliced potatoes? Why did I even say that? Now you're really starting to slice that bread pretty thin at 339. Here's what we know, Michael, about Netflix at this stage of the game. A brand new profile that had formed today, wasn't in place yesterday, and it's a bullish in nature. And so I do believe that your what you thought, it looks like it wants to trade higher, is true. Bullish in structure, no reason for it to not go on to the 348.29 level. And now I don't know if it'll find resistance there. Should, could, might, will. But, you know, if you were, your ideal area of a pullback would be 323.38 to 315.08, and doing it with volume on a daily basis, somehow less than, I'd say, 9 million shares out there. Today, you're 9 million shares. Really, you'd have to say 13 million shares. Let me take that back. Let me not use today's volume. But to say, you know, will it pull back into, you know, the minute chart is about the shortest time frame I would use on an equity, so we can break the day into 6.5 equal hours out here. At the open this morning, there was 2.8 million shares. The bottom of that, Michael, is 329.70. I would say, looking at a 30-minute time frame chart, you would be fortunate if you really want to go ahead and take this trade, or maybe it's an option. I don't know what you're doing, but a pullback to 335.55 might be all you would get. And I'm not saying you're going to get that, because right now price is even trading above the top of the 30-minute profile, which was bearish in structure, center closer to the top than the bottom, nothing more bullish than a failed bearish pattern. And in essence, with regard to Netflix, that's what you have out here. So it does look like to me, Mike R., that Netflix is headed to 348.29. When we take a look at the daily time frame chart out here, I hope that helps you out. Thanks again for taking the time to write in. Kevin S. writes in, hey, Steve-O, on a daily and weekly timeline, what closing price would convince you the SPY is moving higher versus lower on each timeline? If you only have time for one time frame, daily would be great. So you're talking the SPY. Kevin, is okay if I just look at the S&P 500? I think mental telepathy-wise, I think he said yes. Okay, so you know that long term, you know this, right? The markets are going to be moving higher, right? The markets are going to be higher in price come the end of 2018 than where we're trading right now. You know that, right? Yes, okay. So we have that. Does it mean that things go straight up? No. Is there any caution sign inside the S&P cash as an example? There is one. There is two. Nothing that has effectuated itself, nothing that is confirmed or anything. But your question is, what closing price point would convince you the SPY is moving higher versus lower? Let me give you the lower one. First, you're in wave number 7. You can see letter number G on my chart. Potentially, you are in wave number 7. You see, last time we had a wave number 7 inside, let me get my crosshair out here, inside the S&P 500 was on the trading session of June 13th, and then you saw a fairly nice decline inside the S&P 500. Today, you happen to make wave number 7, letter G on my chart. Now, it may be G. It may also be, I'm going to get rid of that one. It may also just simply be leg number A, utilizing the Chapman wave notation series out here. We don't know which one it is at this stage of the game. So it says, all right, and this is how I'm going to answer, how would I be convinced that it's going to move lower? We can also see that right now it's forming a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. It's been in place for a while. The signal first began forming really back on the trading day of August the 6th. And it wasn't until, quite frankly, August the 10th when it confirmed that message. And the price, what did it do? Came right back to the prior swing point. Prior swing point's always a key level. We're going to go to break. Not today, Kevin. Maybe tomorrow. If you're to see a close below Stevie's green line, that's 28.58 as we speak right now, that would tell me we're headed back to the trading day of August 15th before we go higher. See Rhodes from TFNN.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
Welcome back. So, Kevin, to finish answering your question, I did put the SPY up here. If you start doing the Chapman wave count from the June 28th low out there, you'll see we are in wave number 7 as we speak. Doesn't mean it's the top, but it does mean, you keep your, don't put your blinders on, be paying attention to it. You need to see it close below Stevie's green line here. That's 285. Excuse me. Sorry about that. 285.79. without the sneeze out there. That's what you would be looking at to the downside. We had a request come in from Hector. Hector and the fuel injectors wants to take a look at snap, crackle, and pop. And Hector's question is today a good time to snap up some snap? That's a very snappy thing to ask. And the answer is going to be no. No way. Not a chance. What you're going to do is you're going to wait to see, because it looks like price is headed back to its time to mark setup trend line, Hector, and that's going to be the May 31st low out there. And so inside of snap, what I would be watching for is I would be watching the price point of about 10.55. You can see that price is trading below Stevie's red line, that oscillator unchanged line out here. It has rejected price, quite frankly, ever since August the 9th out here. That is a level of resistance. This says it has a falling price oscillator below zero. So I don't like you trying to snap up some snap at this stage. The weekly time frame chart with regard to its profiles has a bottom of a box. That is about 11.05 as well. So, no, I don't think snap is the thing to be doing with your bread today. But thanks for writing in, and right back again as price, if you're watching that area, as price gets down into that range. So, folks, thanks so much for joining me. Stay tuned. Your favorite polar bear, David White, he's up next. Don't forget, tomorrow from 5 to 6, I'm holding a subscriber workshop. It will be teaching subscribers some of my very cool Rhodes momentum indicator tools to trade from a momentum standpoint, how to get in, how to get out. A very cool tool that you, if you're a chartist, I will show you exactly how you can do the same thing on your chart, no matter what software that you use, exactly what to look for, what notations to make, and how you can use momentum as part of your trading tools too. So just come on over to the homepage at TFNN.com, sign up for Mastering Probabilities. I'll look forward to seeing you on Wonderful Wednesday. Have a great Tuesday.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.